Okay.
Mahwera says, Sanibonani Dumelang, a very good day, a very good afternoon, a very good evening, and a very good morning to wherever you are in the world. I think with these time differences, we have to greet everybody according to their time zone. I'm today joined by Mr. Doudou Kanda here, who is a passionate humanitarian from the Democratic Republic of Congo, who is dedicated to helping underprivileged children, um, vulnerable women and poor families to escape from poverty, who is based in the DRC. And there's so much that is happening. And I understand that there are people who died. Is it today? 25 people, including children. Dozens are still missing, where a boat capsized on the Fimi River in Central Democratic Republic of Congo, in a vessel that was carrying over 100 passengers and goods. Are you familiar with the story, Dudu?
Okay. First of all, thank you, Martha, for having me on Matarenda's Africa News Channel. It's an honor, and yes, to come back to your question, we are familiar with this. It's not the first time.
Mm-hmm.
DRC is having a problem in
Um, Hello, I think I lost you. Dudu, are you still there?
private companies, and local people are managing some kind of wooden boat and whatever they can find, try to do business on, trying to
Oh,
do business on the river, and
oh
it's
wow.
a problem.
Is it very far from where you are? Sorry if I may ask. I'm just really worried about the children involved in all of this.
Yes,
Oh, all
yeah,
right.
it's far from where I am, but what we always do as an organization, we always take time to go and reach. We send, people from our organization to go and try to see in which way we can assist and help those who are in need, those who are still alive. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. And to the listeners who'd like to assist Dudu, you can always reach out to me or just look for Mr. Dudu Kanda on social media. Or you can also email African Rights 794 at gmail.com. That's African Rights 794 at gmail.com. You can always get in touch with him. He's based in the DRC. I think we connected a week ago when I was talking about President Biden's visit to Angola, and you shared quite something that was really amazing. I didn't know, what was really happening in the DRC and how the president is currently working to make sure that the minerals benefit the locals in the DRC. And I have a question for you. How do you believe this initiative will benefit the Democratic Republic of Congo? I mean, just highlighting the Lobito Corridor project.
Well, that's a good question. The Lobito Corridor is undoubtedly one of the best deals concluded by the Democratic Republic of Congo, together with other countries in the region, with one of the world's economic powers, that is the United States, in this year. Now, when you see the current president of the United States of America, Joe Biden, to mention his name,
Mhm.
although at the end of term boarding the presidential Boeing 747-200B, and also known as Air Force One, to travel 6,615 miles and endure a long flight of 13 hours and 44 minutes to finally land for the very first time in Africa under an escort of F-15 fighter jets from the
That's right.
United Air Force. You must understand that it's not coming just to admire our elephants and bonobos on a safari.
That's
This is
right.
a top-level affair. Yeah, this is a top-level affair in the priorities of American investment project in Africa. So we are talking about a multimodal transport project that will cover a distance of 1,600 kilometers, linking Zambia and the DRC to the port of Lobito on the Atlantic Ocean. It is an investment of about $2 billion that will generate thousands of jobs for the local population. So the DRC, which is also highly courted by Western countries through the European Union, Canada, and Asian countries, including China, in the field of export of its raw material, will certainly benefit from this important deal, as it will also allow mining companies in Katanga and Lualaba to export even higher volume of copper and cobalt ores, which are strategic minerals for the global energy transition at a reduced transportation cost compared to the exorbitant cost incurred to date on the Kasumbalesa border, going to Durban port axis on the Indian Ocean, which covers 3,000 kilometers compared to Lobito, which is only 1,600 kilometers.
That's
this
right.
resulting in a reduction in logistic expenses about 18 to 22%, which is quite huge. Okay. Now, on the list of these beneficiary companies, I would mention, among others, Chico Mines, Boss Mining, Chimaf, Tenke Funkurume, Rashi Mining, Olwezi Copper Company, Mine Mindo Kisenda, Big Hill GTL, Utanda Mining, Metacorp, and of course, Kamoa Kalula Copper, which is the first copper mining company in Africa and the third in the world. All these companies are mainly involved in the extraction of copper and cobalt, key resources of the economy, I wanted to say, of the DRC. So it's huge. It's a huge business.
Okay, so are these companies locally owned? Are they owned by our people, by African people?
Yeah, that's a very good question you're asking. And now the answer is that unfortunately, although you can see they put the name of so-called Congolese big companies, but when you go actually among the owners of the companies, then you discover that the majority of these companies are actually being owned by Chinese companies. So it's China who's behind all this. Yes, the majority. So few companies you find like Canadian companies and few companies, but the majority is China company. I'll just give you some examples. Talking about Kamoa Copper, for instance, you find that there's a Chinese company which is called Xinjiang Mining Co, which is owing 39.6%. Now, of course, you find also Piso River Global Limited, and which is a Britain company which is owing only 0.8% of part. So, talking about, for instance, Chico Mines, which is located in Kolwezi. Now, there again, you find another company who is owing a big share, which is called China Railway and Sino Hydrocorp. Now, all these are Xinjiang or Yu cobalt industry company. So it's only China that you find everywhere. So yeah, but now when I go, for instance, to Tenke Funkurume Mining, which is also another big company in Tenke, in Funkurume, you also find beneath there another Chinese company hiding, China Molybdenum Company Limited. So it's China everywhere. And now if I go to Rashi Mining again, I'll find what is called the group Jinchuan, which is also owing a share in that company. Now, when I go to mine Mindwe Kisenda in Okatanga, I find there Jinshuan Group and next to a Congolese company called Sugimiko. So, in short, I can say China on its own owes about 70% of global volume of exportation of raw minerals produced in Katanga province and being exported outside of the country. 70% is huge. So American people are actually late on this business compared to China. So I can say China is the winner in this competition because it's owing almost the biggest share of the market. Yeah.
Wow, thank you so much for highlighting that. And I'm gonna ask you this: in your view, so what are the tangible benefits would this project bring to the nation, to the nations involved, and to every African citizen? I mean, you have highlighted the percentages that the Chinese own in this deal. The Americans are also coming, and probably with their own small businesses or large entities to invest in this. So, what is left for the citizens, except for the jobs, of course? Are there any plans to engage our own company, our own local-owned companies, to also be part of this? You said this minimizes the challenges of transporting minerals from the DRC to Angola and other countries. How can we make sure that our people who are in the transporting industry benefit from this?
Now, that's a good question. This is where our leaders should be thinking as Pan-Africans, because, we need to, DRC is so rich, and there's no reason why this huge market should be selective of only few countries. So the market is open. Actually, it's on African leaders to be able to come to the DRC and say, look, we also want to join these opportunities for our own countries and for our people too. Why not? So the road is there, the corridor is already open, and compared to the first route that was going from Kasumbalesa to the port of Durban, for instance, which was 3,000 kilometers, which is a lot. Now we are talking about only about 1,006 kilometers, which is quite a short distance. So everybody can actually export to a low cost of exportation, and all the countries in the region can use actually this corridor, and can also come in and say, okay, you want also to join the business venture in the DRC and do good for our people. And why not? So actually the doors are open. It's just up to our leaders to decide when they want to join. And I think that would be great for this entire region. I'm talking about Zambia, Zimbabwe, Namibia, and South Africa, Angola, and Mozambique, and all these countries around.
Wow, thank you so much. And I believe that with the Africa Free Trade open now, we should be able to see more of our people engaging. And thank you so much for sharing the information, because some of these things that you highlighted are not just on the internet. It really needs somebody who have dig deep to know the setup of these companies to share with people, so that we can know where to start from. And yeah, because of our time, I just want to thank you for your time, and we'll keep on engaging regarding the DRC and the Lobito Corridor to see how our people can benefit from it. Thank you so much. And to everybody who is listening and who is watching, and if you want to contribute, always reach out to me. And like I said earlier, you can always reach out to Doudou Kanda on his social medias, and the African Rights 794 at gmail.com email. And you can be able to assist in whatever way you can. And again, our deepest condolences to those who pass on in the DRC. Thank you so much, Doudou.
Thank you so much, Martha. I really appreciate it. God bless.
Okay, thank you. Bye.